first design made with the designer. So you've got a part of a parabolic trough at this side, and here there's only 3 strips, but there will be 5, so it's strips like this one here, except a bit longer. So if you can imagine 5 of those across there, and they simply reflect the light from the parabolic, the part of the parabolic onto the ball, and they do that over, in this case it's 35 degrees. So it can be done. Like, I don't know how efficient it will be, but can certainly be done. Anyway, this is it. Like, it's ignore this piece here, but it's basically parabolic trough, and the back end of it is simply to concentrate the light. Instead of getting a line, you end up getting a whole concentrated on the ball. Okay, so potentially something pretty easy to make, and with more concentration than crooked, say, and less danger than parabolic dish. With my pivot point here, that instead of 30 degrees I'm at 35, but that doesn't really matter, this is just experimental. 35 degrees is equal to about 2 hours 20 minutes, so that might be ample time for cooking. So this here is the ball, which represents the target. Here's a mirror. I used a mirror because it's really hard sometimes to see where the light is hitting. So this is the 35 degree angle, and this is straight down. Move this along and the spot hits the ball. You can see the spot hitting the ball there, and probably here. So that's why I used a mirror. I have another little mirror down here just to see. It's here, and sometimes it's useful for seeing if. So the spot is hitting the ball. It's hitting the ball at the back here, and I think it's hitting. Yeah, it's hitting the ball at the front here. It's not right. The spot's hitting the ball. I might have moved this ball a little bit, but this is just demo. I did. So spot is hitting the ball just about everywhere. So it's hitting the ball, and it's hitting the ball with 2 bounces here. I'm not sure why I've done, but I'm going to leave it just to show. Hitting the ball. Yeah, it's hitting the ball back here. Sometimes it's hard to see where it's hitting it. And anyway, so this is from the straight down, and I can move this around, and all that happens is it still hits the ball. It just hits the ball in a different place. I'm not sure where it's hitting it. It's hitting it right down at the bottom now, hitting it at the back, etc., etc. And this is the 30 degree angle. So it swings around, and ideally, I just wasn't going to do this on the model. This bends in a bit more and actually comes close to touching the ball here. But I just couldn't do it on this model. I can do it by hand. I'll show you by hand. So basically, it comes down and around like this and touches the ball. But I just couldn't do it with my little setup, and this is why I've taken so long to get this going. Here underneath I have a new thing. I have some corkboard, and it's handy. You just stick your model in. So I put this is on top of a piece of a table mat or something like that, Christmas table mat, and I just put one of these little pins in at both sides, and then just put the mylar, which is reflective aluminiumized plastic. I just put it on top and sprayed a little water on it. So you just spray the water with a little sprayer onto the, I guess I can show you, onto the back of this. So spray it on, and that's how you get it to stick, because it's just a model just for demo purposes. And what else did I do? Oh yeah, with these pieces I got thick pieces. I got shorter ones here, but these, what you do is you put on the aluminum or aluminium, spray on the water, and it sticks. So mine is old stuff from last year and it's pretty useless, but I don't have new. And so I do the same at this side. I put on a bit of water and it sticks. And I have a staple through it right here in the middle. And the staple just keeps it from wiggling around when you set things up. So this is the deal now. I put the first strip in, and as I said, it should swing around and practically come curving steeply down and touch the ball on top. But it doesn't. But it'll still, just because my model making is so poor. So here we go. We can see that the light is hitting the ball there, moving this down and still hitting the ball. Sometimes it doesn't show up that well. Here I think it's missing the ball because we don't have the curve. That little curve, if we had that little curve it would hit it. And I don't have things very well set up anyway. But here, hitting the ball back, oh, down below, can't really see it. Oh, you can, it's hard to see it. You can see it in that mirror maybe. There you can see it hitting the ball. And you bring it in here and it's hitting the ball, where the heck is it? On top here. So anyway, that's showing that that one's hitting the ball. And then we move, we're just moving it up and down here to vertical, and you can still see, that it's hitting the ball at the far side. You can see that it's hitting the ball. So that's just showing you that it is working. And this one is also, it's hitting the ball up on top. Now it's hitting the ball at the back. And what this means basically, there's a few places where it's in this curve I didn't do it quite right. Like up here it's not supported, so it's going to miss. It hits there, it bounces, I'm not sure where it's hitting, but the light ends up over here. So it has missed the ball. And just because this surface isn't quite right. So anyway, that's the basis of a little tiny model I made. So I've got 3 strips of the same stuff, the same material here, which is just a kind of a placemat. And I've cut the strips and just clipped them together with this clip, these clips. And so this is just a standard flat surface curved, and this is 3 strips which does that side. So another 2 strips pretty much would give you so 5 strips here, and this surface will give you a quite large surface, and to concentrate onto a fairly small, you can imagine the cooking pot, and this would be the cooking pot. And I was thinking too that when it's down on top, you know, touching it, maybe the cooking pot would be accessed from above, and you know, so you wouldn't have any splashing on your mirror or whatever. But anyway, that's just my first model, because I was asked to provide some more information about this thing. Anyway, this shows that with, say, 5 strips and a long reflector, you can get your over 2 hours of cooking time.